my pleasure to extend a cordial welcome to all of you for the valedictory session of 10 Days Research Methodology Workshop organized by Center for Study of Social Inclusion in collaboration with the Institute for Educational and Developmental Studies and sponsored by ICSSR New Delhi. We are honored to have with us today our distinguished panel of speakers and respected guests. I now invite Dr. A. Chidambaram, Center Head CSSI, Pondicherry University, to deliver our welcome address.
I hope definitely you might be enjoyed this ambience what in and around of you and the lectures what they deliver to all of you. Isn't it? All of you enjoyed or not? Yes. Very nice. It shows like the outcome of this program. It gives me a lot of immense pleasure to invite our chief guest today at the valedictory function, our Vice Chancellor, Professor Prakash Babu sir, is the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Pondicherry University. It's the third program what we are organizing within a short period of 1.5 months or over for sir occupied as a chair of a Vice Chancellor position. Inauguration he came, and another one more program what we organize our center. He came because of his busy schedule, because within 10-15 days of time we are going to have a NAC. Very tight schedule, every day 5 or 6 meetings is organizing in his office. Every day going around 12 o'clock or 1 p.m., 1 a.m. in the morning for next day he is going. But despite of that, he is always giving time to our center. We are grateful to you, sir, for accepting our invitation and came over here and to see what is happening in our campus. So that is one of the important things, very active and very, very energetic and very inspiration. So whenever I used to go there, without seeing anybody, without seeing the people, those who are waiting for him, he won't leave. That way he is committed for the cause. He is a role model for all of us. So he is taking our university into next level. So already we have A, we are looking for A double plus. So we are deserved for that. We have been working for that under his leadership. For that we are really grateful to you, sir. So next leader, our the Registrar Rajnish Bhutani sir. Rajnish Bhutani sir always helpful to our center. Whatever requests I am going for excluded groups, especially the invisible populace, person with disabilities, he is the first person to give. Whether the fund is there or not is our responsibility. To support you, we will do it. You go ahead with that program. In that way, the encourage is giving. So this program, of course, there is a fund. So there is no much trouble for going for him for requesting. But other than without fund also, the university administration kind enough to support us. So sir also came over here because it's a tight schedule. So on behalf of our center, we are welcoming you, sir. So next another important person in our center, in our school, our Chandrika madam. Always I used to call her like sister because that much concern. If you call like mother, no, definitely they will, whatever we are doing, they will say yes. But as a sister, she will try to correct us. So, Chidambaram, what you are doing is correct or wrong. This is the way you need to do it. That way, she will always guide me. And this entire school HOD, she will be guiding. And not only for the dean, even before that also as a professor in the Department of History, I used to go her and ask her, madam, what to be done regarding this regulation, other things. She used to guide me. In that way, we are blessed, madam, because of your presence. So, you also came over because of your tight schedule. So at 2:30 she is organizing the school-wise program, department-wise there is a presentation. So yesterday Prabhavan sir asked me, shall we invite madam? Then I told no, already madam's planned this afternoon meeting. So you just find out whether madam will be available. Without asking her, don't put the name, I told him. But he spoken with madam and she also invited madam for that. Madam also accepted to come. Thank you very much, madam, for welcoming us. So we are welcome, because of center, we are welcoming you, madam. So next, Anish Gupta sir, he is from Delhi School of Economics. He is partner of this project coordinator of this particular program. He came almost, you maybe enjoyed his sessions. He is also with us. Thanks for collaborating with us, Anish Gupta sir, for our center. So many more programs we are going to do it. That is also our plan with this Delhi School of Economics, because there in Delhi always people will feel like to collaborate with them, because anything to be done in the UGC or ICSSR or some funding organization, definitely we are in need of some people, those who are sitting in Delhi. So in that way, Prabha and Casual, very good partnership with the Delhi School of Economics. Definitely we will behalf of the center will welcome you, Ajay Gupta sir. So important thing is like the people, all of you might be enjoying these 10-day sessions. One humble request from our center, Center for Study of Social Inclusion. You are all, no, of course, this has been sanctioned for 30 people, but Prabhakaran sir came forward to accommodate 62 people, whether they are eligible or not. Eligible in the sense, as per this ICSS, only 30 is allotted, but he accommodated 60 people with great expectations. Only expectation is, there is one already I have told you in the inauguration on Tirukural. So, Ulluvadellam Uyar Ullal, Matral Thallinum Thallamai Neethu. Is a Devapulla Tiruvalluvar is mentioning about that. What are all you aim? You should aim for higher level. If you aim at least a star, at least you could achieve the peak of the mountain. So, what are all you are doing? You try to do it for the SDG goals, 17 SDG goals in line with the marginalized communities. Definitely, now our center objectives will be fulfilled, and this is a global objective also. SDG 17 SDG is a global objectives. So you could have always think and you could have proposed some policies and influence some policies that will be the great outcome of our program. So simply doing research and documenting and research and keeping the self, there is no meaning. You just see at least I could have influenced some policies in some level, whether it's block level or district level or state level. That is the outcome of this program, and ICSS are also satisfied about our program. So in that way, I will welcoming each and every one of you, including the media people, all the resource people, those who are here. So on behalf of center, we are center really feel happy to have similar kind of program, many more program with the support of our Honorable Vice Chancellor and the administrators. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. So it's now time to extend our heartfelt appreciation to our esteemed guest. So may I first request our respected Co-Course Director, Dr. Anish Gupta, sir, to kindly honor our Honorable Vice Chancellor of Pondicherry University, sir.
Good afternoon, one and all present here. It is giving me immense pleasure to present the report on 10 days research methodology program sponsored by ICSSR. The Center for Study of Social Inclusion, Pondicherry University, in collaboration with Institute for Educational and Developmental Studies, sponsored by Indian Council of Social Science Researchers, New Delhi, successfully organized a 10 days research methodology sponsor for PhD scholars in social sciences. The program aimed to equip emerging scholars with conceptual, methodological, and the technical tool required for rigorous and ethical social science researches. The course was designed with a focus both in the fundamental and advanced research skill and combining the theoretical insights with the practical applications and interdisciplinary perspectives. The program commenced with a formal inauguration that included a traditional prayer and a lighting of Kuttuvilakku. A welcome address was delivered by our center head, Dr. A. Chidambaram sir, CSSSI, and myself. I delivered about the RMC and followed by scope of course delivered by Professor Sudhakar sir, IEDS. After that, our Professor Dhananjay Singh, Member Secretary ICSR, he has given the keynote address. The special address, the Professor Tananikarasu, Director Studies, Pondicherry University, and Professor Biju KC, Christ University, Bangalore, and followed by inaugural address given by our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, and finally, the vote of thanks given by my colleague, Dr. Anchal Kumari, Assistant Professor. The academic sessions began a post-inauguration function featuring of Professor Sudhakar Venugopalapalli and Professor Biju KC on the philosophical foundations of the research, citation management, and emerging the technologies like virtual reality in research. The course offered the 4 sessions daily, covering the diverse topic under the broad umbrellas of research philosophy, methodology, ethics, and indigenous knowledge, data analysis, AI tools, and interdisciplinary approach. The many themes which are related to social science researchers, particularly philosophical and theoretical grounding, quantitative and qualitative methods, ethics, writings and research tools, innovative and technological tools, policy linkage, and contemporary concern. We have field visit. A full day field visit was arranged to Sri Arvinda Ashramam, Auroville, and Bharat Nivas, including interaction session with the scholar and practitioners. This visit was offered a spiritual and intellectual engagement with Indian culture, philosophical traditions, and reinforcing the Indian knowledge system component of this course. The many research persons, particularly Professor Sudhakar sir, Professor Biju, Professor Jyotirmaya Tirupati from IIT Madras, and Gajanan Lodi, Head Program Officer, NSTC, NCERT, Bangalore, and Professor Anis Gupta, Delhi School of Economics, and Priyanka, Delhi University, Kishore Kumar Tirupati, Arvinda Ashramam, Professor C. Venkatachalam, Bharatiyar University, Sri Srinivasa Ramani, Data Journalism Expert. Apart from that, Professor B. Mogandi, Dr. Kamalaveni Madam, Dr. Professor R. Sevagan, Dr. Jaisankar, Professor Jesuratnam sir, Professor C. Aruna, and Dr. Pavitra from our Pondicherry University. Their expertise and interdisciplinary contributions significantly enriched the program content and participant learning. The outcome and impact of this course strengthened the fundamental and advanced research capabilities of PhD scholars, fostering interdisciplinary thinking and methodological pluralism, then provided the practical exposure to AI, data tools, and indigenous frameworks. They facilitate academic network and mentoring among the emerging scholars. Finally, the research methodology course met its objectives successfully, offering a rich blend theory and method, ethics, and practice. The Center for Study of Social Exclusion and Social Inclusion, IEDS, expressed the gratitude to ICSSR for their support and to all the resource persons and participants for their enthusiastic contribution. Thank you.
Now we request Professor G. Chandrika, Dean, School of Social Sciences and International Studies, Pondicherry University, to give the felicitation address.
Respected Vice Chancellor Professor Prakash Babu Garu, and respected Registrar of our University, Professor Rajneesh Bhutani, and Head of the Department of the Center for the Study of Social Inclusion, Dr. Chidambaram, and the course directors. There are co-course directors, 2 of them. You find here Dr. Ashish Gupta from the Delhi School of Economics, and we have our Prabhakar sir from the Center for the Study of Social Inclusion. And both of them have made great efforts to make this seminar, this workshop and training for 10 days, called the 10-day research methodology course for research scholars in social sciences. At the very outset, I would like to congratulate the center and the co-course directors, 2 of them, for conducting this very important research methodology workshop. And actually, we are now being headed by a Vice Chancellor who has made his mark in his own field of research. But even though he is from the field of science, his presence during the inauguration and valediction shows his commitment for research. Because from the expert research scholar, you are having the opportunity to hear some inputs. So to the young scholars, he is actually providing an example, because once a scholar is always a scholar. So we find the scholar in him responding to this invitation. And on behalf of the center and also on behalf of myself, I appreciate the concerns that he has shown for this workshop, this training program. And we also have another scholar here from Earth Sciences, that is our Professor Rajneesh Bhutani. Actually, you know, he is such a person, many things he just does very easily. For example, every year he bags the Best Teacher Award. And I am really jealous of him on that count. Because to get the appreciation of this is based on student feedback. Every batch of student is difficult. It's not that easy. And he has done that, and you can speak to him, you know, even though he is sitting in the chair of the registrar, you can talk to him freely and express our difficulties. And so we have now two of them who actually want to troubleshoot problems, and both of them actually emanate that positivity, that positive feeling that we are having now. So I appreciate both of them for this, for their presence today. And this workshop, I hope, would have satisfied your expectations, because any research starts with understanding the methodology, especially in social sciences. The methodologies are not remaining the same. They keep on changing. Okay? For example, in history, we have still not heard the last word on Indus civilization, because the seals, Indus seals, are yet to be deciphered. So we have technologies improving, and with that methodologies also having new improvements. And therefore, to be updated with the research methodology, the current status of methodology is something I hope you all received from this workshop. With these few words, I thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to talk to you, though I was not able to be present on the day of the inauguration. I am thankful today I was able to make it. Thank you all.
Now my privilege to invite Professor Rajneesh Bhutani, Registrar of Pondicherry University, for special address. Thank you.
Thank you so much for inviting me. And let me start by congratulating all of you for the successful completion of this 10 days workshop on the research methodology. And a big thank to the course coordinator, Dr. Prabhakaran, Dr. Anish Gupta, Delhi School of Economics, who have, as ma'am rightly said, had made all the efforts and they left no stone unturned to ensure that this workshop actually is useful and implementable, as ma'am was telling, and as Dr. Prabhakaran also was telling, that it is the expectation of now all the organizers that whatever effort we do, it should have certain impact. And coming to this particular workshop, the research methodology in social sciences, let me be very honest, I come from the science background, and when I see as an outsider the kind of research you do and the kind of research we do, I honestly say that your research is actually much more difficult than what we do. And the reason I'm saying is that it is very easy to maintain objectivity in the science research, because we get the hard data coming from our experimental equipment and we have no way to influence that outcome of the experiment that we do. But in social sciences, I might be wrong, the experts are there, Dr. Anish Gupta is there. I think it is the biggest challenge that a social science research scholar must be feeling is how to keep your own prejudices or biases away when it comes to doing the objective research. So this is a big challenge. It is not such an easy thing. I'm telling you some of my experiences because, many social sciences research are based on the surveys. You prepare certain questionnaires and then you identify the target subjects or samples or whatever you call them and send them over. And I used to receive certain surveys, and then sometimes I was wondering that the way questions are designed, they are nudging the person to give a certain kind of answers. So the methodology actually starts from very beginning, the way you identify the problem, the way you prepare your survey. Are you really aware, conscious of your own inclination and really able to avoid them when you are actually designing? I'm sure all those things must have been covered during these 10 days. I am doing this, maybe some of the repetition, but still because of this forum, I could not stop myself sharing these kinds of thoughts. So in that way, this kind of workshop which will make you sit in the classroom and reflect on all these aspects is a very, very essential task. And particularly given today's scenarios, and I was when listening to Dr. Prabhakaran, one of the objectives of this workshop is to see the current scenario, see the contemporary issues, and this is very, very important. Because now those days I think are gone where we used to have certain social theory, social science concept already made by Westerners, and we are just trying to adapt into our perspective, our cultural, socio-economic. Now we have to come up with our own theories. Even right from the foundational theories, we have to revisit those things. Earlier we had textbooks, most of them were influenced by the Western theory. I mean, I'm not kind of saying that those were wrong, but their perspective, their context was completely different. Now we have to come and modify and revisit all those foundational theories as well as practical problems that our country faces. And from given this contemporary, which is changing very fast, that is another challenge. With socio-economic, we as a scientist say technology is changing fast, but technology is not an isolated domain. It is also working within the social domain. So in that way, socio-economic, cultural scenario is also changing very fast. So by the time you start your research and after down the line 3, 4, 5 years, your research should still be relevant. This is another challenge that you as a scholars must be facing. So given all these challenges and this now urgent requirement to revisit all those foundational theories, to put our concerns of being such an old civilization. Madam was telling that we are still working out the history of our civilization. Indus Valley, I come from earth sciences, so some kind of, we also touch upon those archaeological findings. So I understand what a challenge it is still to decipher the kind of old legacy that we have, and such a rich legacy. So keeping that legacy in mind, keeping the recent challenges, you have to not only design your research, but also see what methodology would suit that particular problem. So in that context, I'm very, very grateful that our coordinators have chosen this particular workshop to be organized in Pondicherry University, and the way it was designed, the kind of resource person they could invite. I was wondering that who would provide you such kind of wide spectrum of, like from performing arts to the data journalism, such kind of wide gamut. It is not easy to get exposed to certain wide perspective in one workshop. In that way, they have done really the tremendous job. So I again take this opportunity to thank them. And one important part of this knowledge, this particular workshop was the Indian knowledge system. And I was listening to Professor Chidambaram, and he used one Tirukural. It immediately reminded me another Tirukural which I put at the end. But before that, let me also use this opportunity. Let me again repeat, from the bottom of my heart, let me use this opportunity to pay my sincere gratitude to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, who by just simply being there gives us big statement that how important such events are there. And Chandrika ma'am, you are very generous about me. I don't deserve so much of praise, so thank you very much. We actually look up to you as a role model, as said. And Dr. Chidambaram has been very, very active. His Tirukural reminded me another Tirukural, which I think is very apt on this particular research methodology workshop, because it is not the end of the program. This is now the beginning. And this Tirukural says, whatever you learn it with so perfection that you can actually live it. Kark kasatarai karpavin katrapin niraka adharka taga. So with that, congratulations again, and thank you so much.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Prakash Babu sir, Professor Rajneesh Bhutani sir, Registrar, Pondicherry University, Dr. A. Chidambaram, Center Head, CSSI, Professor G. Chandrika, Dean, School of Social Sciences and International Studies, and Dr. G. Prabhakaran, Course Director, and Dr. Anish Gupta, Co-Course Director of the Research Methodology course. When Professor Chandrika ma'am said why Professor Rajneesh Bhutani won the Best Teacher Award, in the last 5 minutes only we would have learned how he taught so many things in a matter of a special address. Thank you, sir. And I'm sure the participants know, just for the delegates present again, I'm Captain Swaminathan from the Defence Services Staff College, Wellington. I belong to the Indian Navy, and I am in fact thankful to my supervisor guide, Dr. Lalita Ramakrishnan, who gave me the push and pressure to attend this course, and I am going from here enlightened with a lot of knowledge. In fact, Dr. Chidambaram started with the Tirukural, Dr. Rajneesh Bhuttani started with the Tirukural. I also wanted to share one Tirukural, thanks to ancient knowledge system. It says, Thotanai Thurum Manarkeni Mandarku Katranai Thurum Arivu, which means the deeper a well is dug, the more the water that springs, the more one learns, the more the wisdom it brings. I think this is a Tirukural which takes all the research scholars present here to take that as an example and dig deeper into the research. It is indeed my honor, sir, to have been part of this course, and me being a faculty and the directing staff of Defence Services Staff College, I can understand the strenuous efforts put in by the director and the core course director to coordinate such a lecture, around 18 lectures, 18 resource persons from varied fields, and to package into a course of 10 days. I think hats off to you, sir, for the efforts you had put in to give so much of knowledge to the students here. In fact, the course itself has been of immense value for myself to understand the nuances of research. I have been teaching research methodology to my students, but when I came here, I had to get my own basics stronger. And I am going back with a lot of strength in my basics. And thanks to my research supervisor that I am doing my PhD now in this prestigious university. And initially when I came here, I thought being a management and technology management side, what am I going to gain out of social sciences? As Professor Rajneesh Bhuttani brought in, social sciences has got more deeper insight to research than the engineering sciences. And in fact, sir, I second your thoughts. Thanks for. And in fact, it is often said that success is a journey and not the destination. And research is a journey here, which is indeed going to be a success thanks to the efforts by the university under the aegis and the guidance of Honorable Vice Chancellor. Thank you, sir, for making your presence here. I also got a beautiful opportunity to interact with young minds. In fact, I happen to be one of the eldest in the cohort present here. And the last 10 days was reminding me how much I missed my college life in the last 25 years of my service. In fact, I never been to college, and I got to live my 10 days of college life here to meet with young minds and learn a lot from them. In the end, I would like to thank the university for providing this enlightening experience. And in fact, we all should know this. The university motto is Vers la Lumière, which means Oli Paravuga, which also means may the wisdom show the light for a journey. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Mr. Neeraj Kumar Thakur, one of our participants, to provide his valuable feedback.
First of all, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Honorable Vice Chancellor and respected dignitaries and my fellow scholars. So today I'm standing on the dais to deliver or to share my feedback of the entire course. So sir, let me tell you, as I joined this university recently in March month only. So when I came, I'm a commerce student actually. So before this, the perspective, the area was very narrow for me. So after attending this workshop, as the resource persons came from different fields and they told their experiences, and after learning from all those resource persons, now I'm having lots of very wide perceptions towards my research, and it is going to help me in my further journey. So we have started with the IKS, and in between we have experienced the importance of emotional intelligence, from the emotional intelligence to the artificial intelligence also. So this was I am feeling blessed many times that I have joined this course, and successfully today we all are going to finish this course. So, and I hope this all of us will be get benefited, and we have got benefited from this course. And I thank you for especially our course director, Dr. Prabhakaran sir. Thank you.
Now I invite Mrs. Sri Lakshmi, one of our participants, to provide valuable feedback.
Good afternoon, one and all. Honorable Vice Chancellor of Pondicherry University, P. Prakash Babu Garu, Dr. A. Chidambaram, Center Head CSSI, Pondicherry University, Professor G. Chandrika, Dean SSS and IS, Professor Rajneesh Bhutani, Registrar in charge of Pondicherry University, Course Director Dr. G. Prabhakaran, and Co-Course Director Dr. Anish Gupta, esteemed faculty members and dear fellow scholars. I, Sri Lakshmi, Research Scholar of Central University of Tamil Nadu and teacher in Hyderabad Central University, feel privileged to stand before you to present the feedback of 10 days research methodology course for Research Scholar in Social Sciences organized by Pondicherry University, Center for Studies and Social Inclusion, School of Social Sciences and International Studies, in collaboration with IEDS, sponsored by ICSSR New Delhi. I begin with a timeless verse from Rig Veda, Savidyaya Vimuktiyaye, that is, knowledge which liberates. The profound shlokas remind us that true education is not just accumulation of facts, but the development of insight, the kind of knowledge that fires from us confusion superficially and uncritical assumptions. This 10-day research methodology has provided us with knowledge, clarity of thought, purpose in meaningful research, the technological concepts, ethical practices, critical inquiry, data analysis, and the prediction of the data. The sessions were very useful to us, and I would like to say, if the mountains were flat, we never admired their majesty. If the seas were calm, the waves wouldn't move. The jagged rocks along the shores, though rough, shapes the ocean's rhythm, and a straight ECG line doesn't reflect life. It is a rise and fall, which proves us that we are truly alive. This course took a path of highs and lows, questions, and meaningful thoughts, which made it rich, vibrant, and transformative for us. My heartfelt thanks to Dr. G. Prabhakaran, the course director, whose tireless effort reflect a deep commitment of nurturing us. From sessions scheduled to hospitality and even food arrangements, his attention to detail and personal involvement created a warm and supportive environment conducive to both learning and well-being. I thank my fellow research scholars for their insightful questions, active participation, and collaborative spirit added immense value to this academic engagement. The intellectual exchange we shared will remember as a cherished learning. My sincere gratitude to all the distinguished resource persons who contributed to the RMC program with their valuable time, scholarly insight, and professional expertise. The thematic diversity from indigenous knowledge to the usage of tools and research greatly enriched our understanding of research in social sciences. I once again thank our esteemed Vice Chancellor, Professor P. Prakash Babu, for coming to the valedictory session. Sir, your unwavering commitment to academic excellence, your example of hard work and patience, and your principled leadership are a true source for inspiration. Your continued support encourages us to pursue research with sincerity and vision. Thank you once again. Thank you, Anand.
It is now time for the valedictory address, and we are honored to invite our Vice Chancellor P. Prakash Babu, sir.
Very good afternoon. My colleagues on the dais, Professor Rajneesh Bhutani, Registrar, Professor Chandrika, Dean School of Social Sciences, Dr. Chidambaram, Head of the Center, and the coordinators, Dr. Prabhakaran and Dr. Anish Gupta, colleagues sitting here, participants, and most importantly, the two media persons, Mr. Shivakumar and Mr. Ayanar. For every meeting, audience will change, guests on the dais will change, but myself and these two people are common. Just now we have completed one program, and before I come, they were already here. Okay, so they are doing wonderful service to the university and taking the university good things forward. They are the first in the line, and whatever the program that is done, immediately they will make a small video and they are putting in the university website. So all of you, please go back and see the videos of the university and promote the university interest. This is what I am. Okay, so now let us come back to the program that you have completed for the last 10 days. As initially indicated in my inaugural session, so the social sciences research is a very much important, essential component of the human race. This is what I indicated. As my colleagues also emphasized on that one, because you have the privilege to go to the society and take out the issues and influence the government. Dr. Anish, he has come to me, we were discussing very briefly on various aspects, including the workshop that it is going on. And Dr. Prabhakaran and Dr. Anish, they have taken a sincere efforts in making this workshop a very fruitful one. While discussing Dr. Anish, he also emphasized that the writing the research articles is one of the important aspects of this workshop, and it should be very simple. Okay, so the language that you are writing should be known to the even common person. Even I keep telling my students, science students, when you are writing an article, even social sciences students also, they should be in a position to understand the essence of the articles. It may not be technicalities and all. We don't need any Mr. Shashi Tharoor's language. Okay, MP of the Thiruvananthapuram. He is a very knowledgeable person, but that language may not go with everybody. So make it simplified. And I will tell you another interesting thing with an example from my family only, how the social sciences is important. My elder son completed his BTech in computer science. Then he suddenly joined MA political science at University of Hyderabad. Then we visited one family, one faculty professor's house, and he asked about my son, what are you doing? He said, I am doing MA political science. Then he asked, what is your graduation? He said, I am a computer science techie. Then he said, how come it has happened? He said, after doing in Indian condition, after doing graduation only, we will have the liberty to study what we wanted. Because parents already decide after intermediate either he should go to the medicine or the engineering. Only two things are there within our minds. So he has taken up that one. And later he joined MBA in Kozhikode IIM. Then he did an interesting thing. So they have a rural immersion program where they have to go to a rural place or some of the Sikh industries and they have to identify. So they went to Sikh industry and they identified, they submitted a program. On the basis of their report, that factory has been revived. The reason is some of the MDs or the management of the factories, normally they declare sometimes the Sikh industry and they close it because of various reasons, need not be the actual reason of it. So when they exposed that one, so it was revived and the many people they got again re-employment. So this was a simple example that you can do that. So you have the not only responsibility, you have the leverage and liberty to submit a report to the government in the society what is happened. So my second son also followed the same path. So he also did BTech Computer Science. Then he joined public policy in IIT Delhi. So now both are working in those lines, not in the science. So why I am to emphasize is this has the lot of relevance and importance in the society. When you have taken up, you are very fortunate that you are living with the society, close to the society to identify the issues and all. So this workshop, since Prabhakaran indicated that several topics they have covered, definitely this will enrich not only our knowledge, this will be very much useful for your PhD program, where you can really do the best part of the research work and it will go to the society, and this will be useful for all of you. So with these few words, once again, I congratulate all the people, those who have participated in this program, and I really compliment both the directors for taking this particular thought of organizing this workshop here. I indicated Dr. Anish that this is it's not the first time, that you should keep coming, and also you should promote the Pondicherry University at the Delhi level, and I also taken a promise from him that he will also support in various levels, especially for IKS. So to get the funding for IKS, so that we would like to apply for funding and make this university as very prominent in the forefront of the taking forward the government policies into the public and the people. So with this, I wish you best of luck and thank you very much.
As we draw this wonderful journey to a close, I request Dr. G. Prabhakaran to propose vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, one and all present here. It is my privilege and honor to propose vote of thanks on behalf of our Center for Study of Social Inclusion, Pondicherry University, and IEDS. As we conclude our 10 days research methodology program in social sciences, first and foremost, I express my deep gratitude to our Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir for delivering the valedictory address and inspiring us with his visionary thoughts. Thank you, sir, for your presence here. Thank you very much, sir. I extend heartfelt thanks to Professor Rajneesh Bhutani, Registrar of our university, for special addresses and his steadfast supporting in all our academic endeavors. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. My sincere appreciation to Professor Chandrika Madam, Dean, School of Social Sciences and International Studies, for his felicitation address and for being a guiding force in shaping this program. Thank you, ma'am. A warm thanks to my center head, Dr. A. Chidambaram sir, for welcoming address and his constant encouragement throughout this program. Sir, thank you, sir. And a special note of appreciation goes to our guest house manager Gunasegaran and his dedicated team. Thank you for this effective coordination and hospitality and seamless handling of the logistic which ensured the every sessions and the interaction was very comfortable and well managed, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. And also, I thank the Institute for Educational and Development Studies, IEDS, for this collaboration, and the Indian Council of Social Science Research in New Delhi for their generous sponsorship and support in making this course possible. Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I express my sincere thanks, my fellow colleagues, Dr. Sanjay Pradap Singh, sir. Thank you for coming here. And Dr. Devendran, sir, Dr. Lakshmi ma'am, Lakshmi Datta ma'am, Dr. Maladi ma'am, and Professor Sadish sir, and Dr. Ifragat Alam sir, Associate Professor Social Work, and the media people, Sivakumar and Ayanar sir, thank you very much. And also our housekeeper, they did wonderful because of their every day they neat and cleaning, because of this is very important program for this. Then finally, last but not least, I thank all the invisible hands, the technical staffs and administrative assistants, housekeepers and all others who worked behind the scenes to make this program success. Let us carry forward the learning and commemorate of the past 10 days in our respective research journey. Thank you very much, Onadal. Jai Hind.